Alright, so we unlocked the Blacksmith. Let's get into what the Blacksmith is and just how much depth you should really kind of go into when you're starting to play the game. There's all sorts of different things you can do. You can sell any rubbish equipment you don't like. We're not going to worry about this too much right now. You can buy all sorts of things that you may want. See, you could even buy a Book of Reincarnation here. It is a bit pricey, and yeah, it's 10,000 gold, which is a lot right now, but I can tell you, when you start getting millions and billions, 10,000 gold means literally nothing. So it is dirt cheap to respec. And hey, I can get some salt, as if I wasn't salty enough. So there's a lot of useful tools here, so you can check them out. Sometimes they're special finds. You can get some pretty interesting equipment. You can get, quite a lot. So it's pretty rad. Not necessarily always the best stuff, but it's pretty handy. If you get any smithing texts, you can forge all sorts of equipment to assist you. I wouldn't really recommend forging right now. In all honesty, it's just, you're at the beginning of the game and most of the stuff that you need to worry about build-wise is not, I wouldn't worry about builds until much, much, much later. There is the concept of soul matching. Basically, you can upgrade any existing equipment you have. So let's say, for example, I'm not actually gonna do this, but let's say I want to upgrade this sword to be a level 16, then I can. You can see how the weapon will change on the left side to the right side. There is a lot of nuance to this, but as you can see right now, the cost of soul matching is huge. So you don't really want to worry about this right now. There are some things though that I will show you in a bit that will get you much more mileage than soul matching. Soul matching is like something you only really want to do once you're really crafting a build and you have the resources to spend it. When you're just starting, you're just not going to have the resources. And this is what, a 3-level increase? That's like nothing, so I wouldn't even recommend it. And unless you're like magically attached to this, which there is no need to be attached to this sword whatsoever. But yeah, that's like the basis of soul matching. You don't have to soul match a sword with the sword. You can literally pick whatever you want. You can pick duels, like here, let me pick a weaker weapon. A level 5, you can pick any other weapon. As you can see, the cost kind of goes down. In general, the cost is lowest when you're matching it with a weapon with the exact same weapon type. So let's see if I happen to have the same dual swords. I don't think I do. I don't. So if I had a Nioh dual Tachi as well, the cost would be, I forget the difference. Here, oh, actually, I got a level 2. So you can see, all right, let's contrast the difference. All right, Nioh dual Uchigatana with this that I'm using. All right. Is that even the first slot? Yeah, so Nioh dual Tachi. And then if I use a dual Uchigatana, it's 844. Oh, it's the same cost? What? So much for my Brainiac level expertise. Okay, well, I guess they have the same cost. Well, ain't that interesting. Well, so much for what I was saying, but in general, if they're the same weapon type, and specifically if they have the same names, then it gets significantly cheaper to work with it. Maybe this will work. See if I can showcase it with this. Oh, well, there's different cost, whatever. Okay, just don't worry about soul matching right now. But yeah, I can do a bit more of a rundown with Blacksmith stuff a bit later. But again, a lot of this cost stuff is not going to matter right now, and when it might matter, when you're making builds, you're going to have so many resources, it won't really matter much anyway. All right, and then refashioning is pretty straightforward. If you just want to say change the look of your helmet, well, hey, there you go. Oh, look, I can get cat ears. Change the look, it's pretty inexpensive altogether. A lot of cool different options you can work with. Some are fun. Oh look, I can use the fancy valve helmet. Yeah. Yeah, play around with it. It can be pretty fun, mix and match all sorts of different things. Remodeling is something you won't unlock until Region 6, so no need to worry about this, but I'll just give you a little tease. Basically, if you want to, for weapons, change how things scale. So let's say you want the attack bonus of, here, I should use my mouse. If you want this attack bonus of heart to be scaled higher, then you can remodel it so that this would be like A or A+, but then these would be like D ranks or something. So you kind of just change the stat scaling. When it comes to armor, you can alter the defense value at the expense of increasing its weight, or using changing the stat requirements, or a combination of the two. In fact, that same philosophy actually, I believe, applies to swords, where you can kind of mix and match the stat scalings. But again, this is like super endgame stuff, nothing you really even need to worry about. It's nice if you want to min-max stuff, but again, right now we're just playing the game on simple terms. So let's not get too much into it. Of course, if you've got rubbish, which we most certainly do have, then we can disassemble it, and then we can get resources to forge stuff, and then umbracite fragments. This is actually the most valuable thing right now when it comes to the blacksmith, and that is because of tempering. We can improve the special effects of certain pieces of gear. Now, with weapons, you can... Oh, I don't even have umbracite. I need to get umbracite. So let me disassemble some rubbish things. Let's just get rid of those things. I don't know. I don't really care. So I just get rid of those random things because I'm never going to use them. And now with tempering, let's take a look at, let's say my existing sword. Oh, I have to forge umbracite. Oh my god, there's so much to remember. Look at all these tools you can make. Okay, I'm going to make one umbracite. Okay, so here's how tempering works. Now I can show you. Okay, so as you can see here, I can pick which status effect I want. And then I can decide, hey, which one of these three do I specifically want? So let's say, and I'm not going to go through it just for the sake of, just so I don't waste resources. Let's say I want to get rid of this. Then I can decide, hey, do I want this active skill key consumption? Then yeah, I can pick it and then go from there, and it'll be reassigned. It'll be swapped out. And so it's a nice way to control the special effects of your loot. But there are actually some, and let me actually equip the better sword so I don't forget. I'm actually gonna discard literally everything you see. I'm gonna disassemble, in all honesty, everything else. Unless there's something magical I'm missing out on. Yeah, I kind of doubt it. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of all of these things. Alright, boom, bye. I don't care. Alright, so let's just forge that umbracite. And let me actually show you why umbracite right now is pretty valuable. And forging umbracite is dirt cheap. So believe it or not, weapon tempering is not as important right now to me as armor tempering is going to be. In fact, you can even temper your accessories to get some pretty interesting things from time to time. We have 17 umbracite. I don't want to spend too much. The treasure sense is nice, but you can see there are some umbracite things that are pretty cool. Again, I really don't want to spend too much on here because it's so like early game. Let's see if I can get anything that's important. Hopefully I can. Should be able to. There's a lot of interesting stats, but there's like a grand total of 2 or 3 actually of them that I think are actually worthwhile. Oh, that's a better one. See, like, you're just gonna get better equipment, so I don't want to burn all my resources on it. And darn it, can I get it one time? One time. I'm trying not to like spend them or re-roll them or anything. Let me equip the best armor I have and everything. Let's see, 34. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, this is a better one. I can get rid of that. I don't really care. Okay, those are good enough. Okay. Let's see, what's the difference in my gear? It looks like my pants are already pretty good anyway. Level 14. Okay, I guess. Alright, come on. Come on, be nice. Maybe I can get it here. No, just show me the purple ones. Okay, let me show you the most impactful ones. I will actually spend a little bit of resource trying to get them. Hopefully not too much. No, I don't want to spend that much. No, don't. I don't want to spend all of it. I just need to show it one time. Come on, please. If I can't find them easily, I'll just dictate the three special effects that will make the biggest impact. Come on. Okay, there is one right here that I'm actually aiming for. You see this life recovery, Amrita absorption? This is actually pretty major, especially early on. Basically, every tick of Amrita that you get will give you life. So soul cores like Gaki, which give you a lot of Amrita anyway, you can turn that into heals. So that's actually important in my book. That's why I'm trying to roll that. Another one, let's see if I can get another important one. There's, ooh, that's huge. Faster winded recovery is massive. Huge. What does it do? Reduces the time it takes before you can perform actions again after your key has been depleted. So, as it's saying, when you get winded, it doesn't last as long. And just to clear up any confusion, this does not stack with the same effect. So, any effect that doesn't have like a number attached to it, so if there's a number or like a letter grade, you can stack those. But if it's just a raw passive like this, only occurs once. It does not stack. But this is freaking awesome. Faster winded recovery. Game breaking in my opinion. Well, it's not game breaking, it just makes things a lot easier. So super good. Super good. Let's lock that since we have that equipped. Come on, I want that life recovery Amrita absorption. It's so good. Come on, don't let me down. Please. Oh, please. Come on. There's another one, but I don't necessarily need it. It's Tenacity, damage over time. You might have seen that on the Shark Guardian Spirit. If I can get it on my equipment, that's great, but I don't really plan on it. Luck bonus, lightning damage. You can sometimes get the good stuff on here too. Again, I don't want to burn every resource. But yeah, I would say of every stat available in the game, faster winded recovery makes the largest difference. By far. I'm really hoping I can get that life recovery. Can I? I'm willing to spend the resources on second thought. Come on, don't let me down. Or are you gonna let me down? You let me down. Okay. Oh, as you can see, this is one of the reasons why I don't spend too much on trying to get fancy schmancy gear right away. Because it's kind of expensive. And if I had more Umbersight and more resources, it wouldn't really be too bad. Also, whenever you spend money, you can speak to Toyo. Oh, eventually you can speak to Toyo, and then you can kind of like get discounts and stuff. And you can get all sorts of information about various different things at the Blacksmith. There's a lot to go through, but truth be told, a lot of this information there's no point in really worrying about, like at all. So yeah, if you want more details, more information, you can check this out here. But yeah, that's pretty much like the basics of the Blacksmith. I wouldn't really worry about it too much. And in all honesty, like seriously, the biggest upgrade I got from it right now is this. This is huge, and I'm serious on how huge this is. I use it on all of my characters. Well, I only have one other one on the PC, but you should have this on your character no matter what. If you can get it early, great. If not, you can wait until you get it, but it's so good. This is like probably the most important stat for special effects, period. It changes so much. It allows you to be much more aggressive. You can play faster. You don't have to worry about dying as often. It's so good. Tenacity, again, let me show you what Tenacity is. Sorry, let me get the Guardian Spirit. So Tenacity is right here. Basically, if you're on fire, you get on fire. Not when you're in fire, but let's say you're on fire, you're poisoned, you won't die to them. You'll stay at 1 health, which still sucks, but you won't ever just like randomly die. Like, oh crap, I forgot to use an antidote for poison. Or, oh no, I didn't put the fire out. So Tenacity, damage over time, is like the second best stat in my opinion, because it's such a good quality of life thing. And then third would be that life recovery and Amrita absorption, which is so good, especially when paired with things like Gaki. Because here, take a look at Gaki real quick. It eats the target, you're absorbing Amrita. Each one of those little pieces of Amrita that you saw, each one of those will give you 13 life or whatever. I think it goes up to like 36 life eventually on divine equipment, but it's like a massive difference. And as you can imagine, getting that life back just helps you survive much more and makes soul cores like Gaki that much more interesting to use. So yeah, so let me say it again. Faster winded recovery, Tenacity, damage over time, and then life recovery from Amrita absorption. They're super awesome. Those are the 3 biggest special effects in my opinion that you're gonna want to have. But all right, I've talked your ear off. We've still got more stuff to do, but in any case, thank you guys for watching. Hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys next time.